Good afternoon. My name is Arthur Chisholm and I'm in Walterboro, visiting my hometown. And I'm visiting with friends here at Salon. Is that right? Southern Style Salon. Well, that tells you I've been away from home for a minute and things happen. James Brown said things happen. I want to ask a question to my friends. If you could change anything in this whole wide world to make this a better world for people to live in, what would you change?
The respect level, because without respect, we have nothing. If you respect your neighbors, then you respect yourself and you respect the things that you do. If you don't respect the things that you do, that's why you end up in jail or dead. And that's what we need to start teaching our kids, to respect each other. That's what's wrong. That's why we have hatred and all these things that's going on in the world that upsets us, that kill us, that kills our soul, that kills everything around us. That's why we don't have a whole world yet.
That is a pulpit preach. Very well sermon, well said. Who's next? If you could change anything in this whole entire world to make this a better world now.
A better world.
For people to live in.
And yes, and again, like with her, building up the respect, all of that begins at home also. You have to instill a positive aspect in the lives of young people. It begins with the youth. And scripture tells you, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they're older they won't depart. So yeah, you're beginning at home, in the school system as well, and it would just grow in them, you know, it would just sprout up a tree of positivity, and it'll show.
Very well said. Mother?
I would change community.
Okay.
Building a community. I think that we need to get back with our kids, doing different things like going fishing, taking them to the library, whatever origin that you have that you can spend that quality time with your kid, teaching them how to save money, teach them how to build stuff, you know, just
spending time with the family.
Time with the kids.
I like that. Well, you know, along the lines of change, I want to ask a few questions here, and we're going to be very brief. Why is it that some people say, tell me the truth, I want the truth, but yet when you tell them the truth, they get angry with you or they don't want to believe that, but yet it's still the truth? Why is that?
You really don't want to hear the truth, even though you may ask me to tell you the truth and be real with me. If I tell you, then one, your feelings are going to be hurt. You know, you're not going to understand why I said it or why I feel that way. But yeah, you must be true, and you must also be willing to accept what's going to come out of the truth.
Well, just like she said, it's easier for us to accept a lie than to accept the truth, because I mean, it's a cover-up. It's what we
used to being told.
We
used to being told lies.
Yeah.
So the lie feels better.
Yeah.
It sounds much like the truth.
Being told what you want to hear.
In other words, the devil came with a lie, and he told us what the truth, and we believed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not we, some of us.
Yeah.
Well, another question, almost leading to conclusion. Why do some people always say, I need help? And then you help them, and then when it's time for them to help someone else, they say, hey, get it the way I got it.
Because I feel they probably have no true knowledge of themselves.
Come again?
I think that they don't really have true knowledge of themselves.
And someone else have?
I feel that people don't want to help others anymore because, just like what I said before, it starts with respect. If you respect your neighbor and you respect yourself, you will help them, because you will not want to see somebody on the street starving or need a helping hand. Okay,
one more question and we're going to lead to conclusion. Why is it that John Henry says he wants a better job? Or why is it that John Henry says, I'm going to open my own business one day, but he never, ever showed me that he's sincere and serious? Why do some people say they want one thing and go backwards, totally opposite from what they say they want?
They could get caught up in the moment. I mean, depending on what the conversation is that started John Henry to say those things, he could get caught up in that. You see what I'm saying? And therefore, okay, I'm saying this, but I don't even have the knowledge or the education or the whatever to even get this started, you know? I don't want to go and ask so-and-so you know, for a spot, say to help me get started, like startup money. I mean, you have to add up the cost, take everything into consideration. If you think about starting a business, it's going to cost you something. Your time, money, it takes money to make money. So if you ain't got to put it in to begin with.
So some people, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just
So some people just like to hear themselves talk. Some people mean it when they say it, but after talking about it, then they lose the excitement, or they get around negative people and they let people feed negative into their minds, and then they come to the conclusion that maybe I can't do it because someone said I can't. Well, maybe I can't. Well, my mother tried it, my daddy tried it, and he didn't did it. So what makes me think I could? So that happens, huh?
So you need to try to change the mentality.
Thank you.
For a not sure fix, immediate fix, but you should begin with the mental status.
So you should hang around
person.
Positive people.
Right. So it's for Walterboro or any other surrounding community. Begin home. Begin mentally. Begin in your house. You know, instilling. Okay, if you want this, this is what we're going to do. Ruth has a thing where, you know, she has goals set up. And you meet the goals when you meet them. You don't say, oh, this is a goal for 5 years from now. No, make them immediate. Make it next month, next week even.
In other words, short-term goals and long-term goals.
Exactly.
You know, when I was young, I've always heard people say that if you want to fly with eagles, you don't need to hang out with pigeons.
Yeah.
Okay? In conclusion, we're going to leave and we're going to close now, but would each of you all take the time, look into the camera, and tell someone something that they could do to get from A to B and help someone believe that they can be more than just a street corner?
I feel as though from A to Z, you can start with yourself, realize what you want to do, get the plan in motion, write it down.
Write it down.
Write it down. Make it plain.
Oh, come on.
Habakkuk chapter 2. Have your vision. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And live. Follow what you have written. It's plain, so it's written. And just take it slow. Don't watch the next man trying to figure out how he got to this spot so fast. No. Do you legitimately make sure it's legal, and
Sounds
come
good.
out on top.
Last but least, Mother,
Yes.
tell someone in short, how can they get from A to B successfully and be more than just a street corner? Because you're yourself, businesswoman, started, and you're doing okay.
Yeah, I love it. My question would be, just like you said, find that thing, find your talent first. You gotta find your talent. Like you say, write it down, make it plain, and try to be around positive people. If you're not around anybody that's giving you 3 steps of knowing how to move ahead,
Find out what you're good at.
find out what you're good at. Write it down. Be around someone doing what you like doing. Believe in God and stay focused.
You said that when you came in that you asked people in Charleston and Walterboro, what would they do to make this a better place to live in? And we all gave suggestions and everything. I feel as though that once we begin to do ourselves what we say that we would like to have done, it would make this a better place.
Well, currently, right now, I'm starting a community center. I got off my butt and start doing instead of saying what should be done in my community. I start doing it for myself and my kids and future generations. So if you start doing, more people will start joining you. I have councilmen, I have senators backing me right as we speak.
In conclusion, I would like to say that if you have a dream, live your dream, stay focused.